This video tries to answer 4 main questions. First, how does an expressive leader encourage harmony within a company? Second, how do the 3 main organizations differ from each other? Third, how does Weber's ideal bureaucracy help when one is trying to run for public office? Finally, how does one create job satisfaction and avoid turnover? The first question has to do with harmony and how an expressive leader creates this environment. According to Hughes and Kroller, an expressive leader focuses on overcoming interpersonal problems within a group. One can do this by understanding how to communicate clearly. Gonzala, in her book, Family, Child, and Community, says that one should use the rerun method in order to communicate effectively. The first R stands for reflecting. One should reflect on the situation and acknowledge what one perceives. The E stands for explaining one's behavior. One should listen and explain one's point of view. Third, one should tell the reason why one believes what they believe. Fourth, it is important for each party to understand each other. Finally, one should try to negotiate and come up with a solution to the problem. Effective communication is one way to ensure harmony between the 2 parties. Second, one should build a relationship of trust and understanding. Gonzala adds that one should bring differences out in the open. Lastly, there should be a problem-solving method. One can use these techniques in order to create harmony. The 3 formal organizations include volunteer organizations, coercive organizations, and utilitarian organizations. According to Hughes and Kroller, volunteer organizations are associations in which a person can enter freely and leave freely. An example of a coercive organization would include a prison. Utilitarian organizations form to accomplish vital everyday tasks. I have been involved in volunteer organizations where I could freely enter and leave. A good example of this would be a school. I am currently enrolled in a university of my own choosing, and I am free to enter and free to leave. I would say that a positive part of this kind of organization is that it gives one the freedom to make one's own decisions. A negative part is that because I have the freedom to choose, I may choose unwisely. There should be a balance either way. I suppose I would prove my competence by adhering to Weber's ideal bureaucracy when it comes to running for public office. Hughes and Kroller do an amazing job in describing characteristics of Weber's ideal bureaucracy. I would follow these traits to the letter in order to be successful in public office. I would adhere to Weber's 7 principles. The first principle says that each office has duties and responsibilities. This would mean that in the public office, each person has a clear idea of what he or she should be doing. Second, all offices should be organized in a hierarchy of authority. This simply means that the offices should know who's boss, or they should know who is over them in the pyramid of authority. Third, Hughes and Kroller tell us that an organization should be aware of the abstract and rules within that organization. In a public office position, the individual should follow the rules and value the system. Fourth, all organizations should recognize individuals by merit and not by personal opinion. Hughes and Kroller point out that people should never use their office as a way to have personal gain. Hughes makes it clear that positions remain the property of the organization. The employment of a public officer is a career, and written documents should record rules, procedures, and administrative decisions. Alienation in the workplace is a serious problem today. One reason for this trend may be the challenges in the workplace. The world was changed forever when labor jobs replaced farm jobs in 1820. Today, the world is one of business and profit. According to Hughes and Kroller, alienation is a sense of meaninglessness and isolation. We must fight this by encouraging employee participation. Hughes and Kroller have several suggestions in their book to overcome this problem. First, they tell us that companies should alternate work schedules. This would allow the employees to be more flexible in their work. Second, employees can provide benefits to their employees. These benefits could include transportation and optional child care facilities if needed. Finally, employers can encourage their employees by giving them the freedom to choose their own work hours and the location as well. Thank you.